I saw another thing of Shakur and Devin going back and forth, the usual American bullshit. Yeah, this damn StreamYard. I don't know if it's StreamYard. I don't think it's my laptop. I think it's StreamYard. I think it's StreamYard. I really do. Because this is ridiculous. I might have to switch to Twitch because this shit is wilding. What is going on with this fucking internet, man? Esta maldita mierda, man. Por más que yo pago para esta maldita mierda. This shit is 200 and change, bro. For this bullshit ass interface. The Wi-Fi is turned on. Y'all can hear me? Can y'all hear me? I might need to switch to Twitch, bro, for real. Cause this some bullshit. This some bullshit. This shit costs too much money. This shit costs two and change annually. And it is super laggy now. Like I'm pretty sure it's not my internet. Let's go with this shit. But yeah, I came across another back and forth argument with Shakur and Devin. And I was gonna do a brief segment on it, and I was like, nah, man, that shit is just more of the same shit. It's just more of these two dudes arguing and fussing with each other, man. Nobody wanna hear that shit. That shit is corny at this point. Like, I don't know if they think that they hyping up the crowd. I don't know if they think they hyping up the crowd with that shit or what. Yo, I'm lagging for real. I don't know what's good with this punk ass fucking internet, man. Is it the internet or is it the fucking stream yard? I don't know, man. You can stream on Chatterbait. Yeah, I might have to switch, bro, cause this shit is wow. This shit don't never work right no more, bro. This shit never works right. Y'all give me a second. But yeah, I seen another back and forth argument with Shakur and Devin. And I'm like, yo, dog, nobody even care about y'all fight like that. To keep it real. Like, nobody really care if y'all fight that much. You know that, right? It would probably cost like 15, 20 mil to get them dudes. Damn, Jules, that yo, it's not even my internet, my guy. It's motherfucking StreamYard, bro. Ever since that shit, it don't work right, bro. Cause my internet is fine. Piece of shit ass StreamYard, bro. I might have to switch over to a different platform. ¿Por qué lo que tiene esta vaina, man? I don't know, man. All this shit is bugging out. But yeah, you gotta stop streaming. Yo, I ain't on fucking McDonald's, bro. Fuck is you talking about? I ain't on no fucking McDonald's, bro. But yeah, I seen Shakur and Devin is arguing for the umpteenth time, and it really is what old boy said. You know, it's just about weight with American fighters. You know what I mean? It's really just about weight. It's how bad can I drain my opponent? How bad will I be able to drain my opponent so I could front like I'm the shit? Yeah, they ain't fighting, bro. And who gives a fuck if they ain't fighting? Is the other shit. Who fucking cares? Es el boxeo americano, ¿no es verdad? En el boxeo americano se trata más del peso than the boxing. It's more about the weight than the boxing. Yo, eat a fucking dick, bro. I seen that corny ass shit, and I'm like, yo, they probably think motherfuckers is real hype off that shit. They probably think motherfuckers sice. Oh, look, they arguing. Who fucking cares, bro? It's either Devin want to drain Shakur or Devin want to be a weight bully. It's one or the other. Exactly, Fa. When you seen Inoue and Junto, you didn't see none of that sucker shit. You didn't see motherfuckers over here. Well, nah, we gotta weigh in at fucking. We gotta use this catch weight, and you gotta wear the underwear, and you gotta wear the underwear that I tell you to wear, and the gum shit. It's like, yo, man, American boxing is corny, bro. Somebody need to tell all them dudes, yo, y'all know y'all all corny as shit, right? And motherfuckers don't even like y'all like that. Cause real shit, if you did that fight, that shit would probably cost like 15, 20 mil to do that fight. Maybe more. To get them two corny little dudes in the ring. And then you get them in the ring and what they gonna do? Circle away, stare at each other, faint, foot faint. Like, man, get the fuck out of here, man. Nobody wanna watch that bullshit. Shit is corny, bro. Yeah, I wanna see Devin versus Better Beef. That's the fight that I need. Yeah, David got exposed for the umpteenth time, and Jerry's still making them big ass paragraphs like he taking the SATs. Well, what about like yo? You sound like a fucking dickhead, bro. Sound like a fucking dickhead writing me this dumb shit. That shit is obvious, man. That dude gonna fight that Armenian and sell 13 pay-per-views, and Jerry been done bought 12 of them shits. Oh God. All this shit for these bum ass fights that no nobody give a fuck about. All this shit, you know? Shit is crazy. But it looked like Devin gonna fight Keyshawn, which I guess is all right. I guess. I already said it's not a lot that motherfucker could do for me. Like, bro, we already know what kind of fight that's gonna be. We already know what you gonna do. You gonna jab and you gonna hold, and you gonna jab and you gonna hold, and you gonna move and you gonna hold, and you gonna hold and you gonna move. That's the fight, bro. Then I gotta hear about how he pound for pound. Yeah, I know Bam fighting this weekend. Thank fucking God. Thank fucking God. He fighting fucking Vargas. If you did Devin Haney versus Shakur Stevenson, what would that even do on pay per view? What's that gonna do? 100 buys? 100,000? you could like Devin, bro. You could love that shit. I'm just saying a lot of people don't, and I'm one of them people. A fucking 75, $60 pay-per-view to see some jabs. The fuck out of here, bro. I could watch Lerone Richards for free and see some fucking jabs. So what's wrong with a jab? Nothing. But you got to put something behind that jab. Put a right hand behind that jab. A right cross. Jab, feint, then throw the hook. Do something. Wendy popping off right now. Who Wendy? Who's Wendy? You talking about Wendy's? Wendy Williams? What Wendy you talking about? Wemby, you said. Oh, I was about to say. Yeah, the Knicks about to. They doing their thing right now. New York about to go crazy. Devin is unwatchable. People pretend it's some amazing skill. Yo, for real, right? Motherfuckers act like that motherfucker building rockets over there, bro. That dude is jabbing and moving. That's what he doing. He jabbing and moving, and that's pretty much it. Yo, it wasn't even me, final. Sugar Ray, yo, don't compare Devin to fucking Sugar Ray. You sound like a dickhead, bro. That you must have never seen Sugar Ray fight. How the fuck you gonna compare Devin to Sugar Ray? Oh, cause that's what Sugar did. That's all he did is throw a jab. Sugar was knocking motherfuckers out, bro. Stop acting like you watch them fights. If you know anything about Sugar, you know most of these guys running around right now don't fight nothing like Sugar. They will break records for the most expensive staring contest. Facts. FedEx. The motherfuckers going ding, 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 and then just look at each other for 3 fucking minutes. You forgot the jab moving and hugging. Yeah, for real, right? Let me just. He don't even need like he be so far out of range. He don't even need a guard. What you need a guard for? You like 5 feet away from the guy. You too far out to have to block any punches. Get out there and Harlem Shake. How far out he is, bro? I can't do it, man. And you know if you fight Keyshawn, that's a pay-per-view. Yeah. I need fucking 8 million to bore the shit out this audience real quick. I need 8 mil straight up. And I want it in quarters. I don't want to watch that shit. They could make the Keyshawn fight. That's not really much better. Keyshawn ain't gonna be able to get to him. That's gonna be the fight. Keyshawn won't be able to get to him. Keyshawn is a boxer puncher. We already know that's a bad matchup. Oh look, the bullshit is working. Piece of shit. Let me see if this shit is working properly. Y'all can hear me? Can you hear me? Can you touch me? Can you smell me? It's some real shit, bro. You gotta pay to get Shakur in the ring with Devin will cost more than the entire economy of Haiti. And for what? For a motherfucking staring contest. Them dudes ain't gonna get out there and do nothing. They gonna get out there and circle each other. Dudes ain't not gonna do nothing. Shakira Stevenson and Chinny Haney, the fight that everyone will fall asleep. Yo, for real. Motherfucker brought up Sugar Ray Leonard. I could tell you ain't ever seen a Sugar Ray Leonard fight. Cause Devin fights like Sugar Ray. Devin knock motherfuckers out like Sugar Ray. Devin throw combinations like Sugar Ray. Why the fuck this thing keep doing that? Bullshit ass StreamYard. I'm about to not get this shit, bro. Nah, they ain't about to fight. Yo, why the fuck does this shit keep doing that? Real shit, yo. Nah, they ain't about to fight. They was just arguing with each other for the thousandth time. They ain't about to fight. We should be thanking God that they not about to fight. We should be thankful they not fighting. High key. Country, what's up, player? I'm too young. Only seen him versus Duran. Yeah, well, he got a lot more fights than that. Yo, for real, StreamYard is beating my ass, bro. My shit all choppy. I don't understand. Why is my shit so choppy? When is Arrow fighting again? Next month. He fighting Tim Kazoo. He about to fight Tim Kazoo. Country ain't ready for my grandma. Yeah, for real. His grandma put that pussy on you, Country. You gonna be out for a week. Put that pussy on you, bro. She gonna put that Victorian pussy on you, bro. American boxing is not Twitter boxing because that's all they do. Yo, for real. Them dudes is on Twitter. I mean, like, shit. Them dudes is on Twitter more than anything else, bro. Shit, when Broner said, yo, they gonna have us fighting on Twitter, he was right. Because all these motherfuckers be on Twitter more than anywhere else. They be on Twitter. Crawford told Broner, yo, I can't fuck with you till you get your life together. So I guess you just not gonna fuck with him then. I guess. He think he got it together because motherfucking Twitch is giving him some money to humiliate himself. You know, I don't know how much they giving that guy. I would have thought they just giving him a few hundred, but he must be getting something substantial because he said, yo, I'm back. At the rate that I'm going, I could be a millionaire off of Twitch. He said that. And I'm thinking, all right, if they really kicking out that kind of dough for that guy, and maybe they are. Because it is a lot of money in that shit after all. You know, I mean, cool, cool. StreamYard sucks. The new little duck emblem logo is ducking me. Why haven't Zuffa announced Shakur yet? I don't know. Maybe they ain't finalized the deal yet. I'm about to Google why the fuck StreamYard is acting so slow. Because this shit is pissing me off. Lagging. To fix a lagging StreamYard, immediately test and secure your internet connection. Optimize your browser and reduce hardware strain. A slower, unstable connection is the most common culprit behind laggy. Well, that can't be it because the fucking router's right there, so that can't be it. Switch from Wi-Fi to a direct Ethernet cable connection. Wi-Fi signals can fluctuate, causing dropped frames and lag. I don't know why the fuck this shit is moving so slow. Use Chrome or Firefox in Chrome, you dickhead. Close heavy tabs. All right, let's close some fucking tabs. Maybe that'll help. Let's close some of these tabs. And took myself out. I closed the tab and took my damn self out, bro. This shit is getting ridiculous. I can't keep using this shit if it's gonna be choppy like this all the time. Wemby is cooking the Knicks, and damn, oh man, this shit's still wilding. You gotta close the port.
I ain't got nothing else open, bro. I closed all the other tabs, bro. Mossad is yeah, that must be the Israeli Mossad fucking with me or something. I don't know what's going on with this shit. It's been this way for like a month, bro. It's been this way for like a month, bro. But if I use my phone, it don't do that. That's what I'm wondering. If I use my phone, it don't do that. Let me see. Maybe it's something with the laptop. I'm gonna check some shit. I'm gonna close this shit out real quick. Try to do a stream on Firefox. My bad, Jules. My grandma using your Wi-Fi to find country Tinder account. Damn, the Knicks is down 11 points. All right, back to the point. Yeah, you know that you worried about every other fucking thing than the fight, bro. You talking about Devin's brain. You talking about his bank account. You talking about every other thing than the fact that the motherfucker is boring. Like, my God. The shit ain't hard to understand. Motherfuckers say Devin boring, and they start talking about his 401k, right? His retirement plan. Motherfucker, I'm talking about the fights. What is you talking about? Well, you know, cause he gon' yo, dog, you know that he probably will retire undefeated? He probably will. But what consolation is that to me for saying that he's fucking boring? Yeah, he probably will retire undefeated. You probably right. How does that make him not boring though? That's my question. If I say he boring, if I say the dude is boring, how is you telling me that a retort? Like, okay, well, he probably gonna buy a burrito when, well, yeah, he probably will. The fuck that got to do with the price of tea in China, bro? Motherfucker boring, bro. And if all you got to tell me is, oh, well, you know, country, hear me out. Mexico is gonna make the World Cup. Trust me. Yeah, we'll see. Keep hope alive, bro. Keep hope alive. Undefeated, yeah, for real. Like, motherfuckers talk that undefeated shit. Bro, I don't care if you retire undefeated if I was bored the whole fucking time you was fighting. The fuck do I care if you undefeated? If I was bored during the whole fucking fight, then who fucking cares? Me invite the guests. Punk ass StreamYard acting up. I don't know what's wrong with this shit. I don't know. It definitely seems to be a StreamYard issue. It absolutely does. Because they beat Australia? Know how to pick fights that make them look good. Bro, when Devin be looking good is my question. What's the Devin Haney fight that I could show it to somebody and they'll be like, yo, that shit was lit? What fight he got that's like that? I could show anybody fucking Chris Billum Smith versus Ryan Rozicki, and they'll like that fight. Ignacio, what it do? Country, what it do?
What's up, Joe?
Devin and Shakur sells 50,000 and a box of Wrigley's bubblegum.
Stop,
That shit sell.
stop
Yo, that shit sells a 16 pack of juicy fruit, bro. That shit. You gotta pay them dues. Imagine what you gotta spend on purses for them two guys, and they not gonna do nothing. It's like
Nope.
Well,
we
they
should.
allow Haney to hug it, like clinch and hold too much. He should have been penalized for a lot of that shit, man, because
Not
he
because you know
overdone.
what the thing is, country in this country, and you know this, they allow that shit because of Floyd. They favor that. They favor that gay ass shit. That yeah, I'm gonna just hold and I'm gonna keep breaking the action whenever there is any action by constantly holding. They're not gonna penalize him for that shit.
Because yeah, well, they should though. I
And
mean,
don't
if it's
forget, don't forget his other hero, fucking Andre Ward, got away with that bullshit too.
Exactly, and you know, I say that the dude is boring, and the dude tells me, well, he's gonna retire undefeated. Yeah, probably, but that don't mean that he not boring. Motherfucker, boring.
hey, by the
Don't
way,
watch.
that with StreamYard, I noticed like after the new owners, before when I had my VPN on, it wouldn't be an issue, but all of a sudden now it is.
Yo, so it's not just me, right, country? Because I'm thinking, I
No, it's
kind of
not.
thought it was me, and I'm like, nah, I think it's StreamYard because ever since
No,
the new
it's StreamYard.
ownership,
It's been
it's
fucking up. And then, like, remember I told you I was having computer problems? Well, my computer is fucked up, but on my phone it wouldn't let me connect. It was like fucking me up. Well, it was the fucking VPN. I turned that shit off. All of a sudden, I was able to get on again. Whereas before, I was able to have that on and be on, and there was no issue. So they
Joseph
changed
the
something.
Jabber. Joseph the Jabber said Tim Duncan is boring and Nikola Jokic is boring. People still watch the NBA. How come you said Josh Kelly can sell fights in the UK more than Americans if he has the same style? Easy, because Brits spend money and you guys don't.
And not only that, that's not even a fair comparison because we can just point to his last fight against fucking Melankuziev. He was not fucking boring at all in that fight.
No, but because he wants to, you already know where he's trying to go with it. So I mean, I don't beat around the bush. You don't spend no money, Joseph the Jabber. I could spit in the wind and hit a motherfucker like you that don't buy shit. And you know why I could say that? Because I do buy shit. And I got all the receipts for all my shit. If I'm wrong, you could jump on and show me all the pay-per-views Devin been in that you bought. Because I could pull up my receipts easy. I actually buy the shit. So if you really want to compare a Josh Kelly, right? Who is boring. Yeah, most of the time he's boring too, and you want to compare him to like a Devin or these Americans, the difference is simple. British people spend money on the fighters they like. You guys don't. You just talk. You talk and steal shit. That's it. You think Devin is putting up 500,000 pay-per-view buys with his fights? Is he?
I don't even think he's done that combined with all his fights. It's been on pay per
Bro,
view.
you would have to borrow some of Ryan's buys and
Yeah, no shit.
you had to like the fuck is you talking about? Motherfuckers in America, I think America's the worst place for boxing. I ain't even fucking joking. Because these people are ridiculous. You know you don't buy shit. You know you don't. How do I know you don't? Because most Americans don't. Most of the Americans are stealing all this shit. Most of them. So miss me with all the bullshit. Yeah, people still watch the NBA. Yeah, but the NBA ain't pay-per-view, dickhead. So how you gonna compare that? Jules, why
Yeah,
waste
that's a
your
false
breath with these
equivalency.
guys? Why waste your breath with these guys when we all know damn what? Yo, you right, but somebody got to say that shit. Somebody got to say that shit. Yo, switch to Riverside. Riverside. UK fans were singing CBS while David needed to yell out, you know that. What makes the United Kingdom a more fertile environment for the sport is they do actually pay. They pay to see those guys. They pay to be there and they pay to see it. But it's just the truth. Americans don't pay for shit. They talk about Devin Haney all day on Twitter, but they don't buy that shit. They talk about Shakur and Javante and all these people that are fighting behind a paywall, but they don't buy none of that shit. You guys, I mean you specifically. If I'm wrong, Joseph the Jabber, here's a link right here. I'm gonna post it for you, and you could jump on here and show me all the receipts for all the pay-per-views you bought. Maybe you did buy them. I don't know. You could jump on here and show me if you bought them. I'm pretty sure you didn't. I'm like 100% confident you don't buy none of that shit. You just talk about that shit. I'm 100% sure. If I'm wrong, prove me wrong.
If he doesn't jump on in the next 5 minutes, you're probably right, Jules. Because if he has the receipts, he'd show them shits right away.
I could pull up all my Devin Haney. I could pull up a receipt for, and you know I buy a lot of pay per views. Like you know I do. I buy practically everything. Any receipt for any fight that I bought, it doesn't even take 5 minutes to pull it up because it's all in the email. You always get. All you got to do is put in the name of the fight, and my receipts come up. So if you really support Devin, don't sit here arguing with me about semantics. Go in your email and pull up them receipts. Cause it's not hard. I could pull up fucking receipts from fucking the pandemic. If you buy that shit, show me you buy that shit. Otherwise, stop talking to me about Devin being undefeated, bro. Meanwhile, you stealing his fights. Michigan is actually a little bit larger than the UK. Brits are more engaged to boxing and sports in general. Meanwhile, Americans don't care enough to pay for stuff anymore. It's a good microcosm for the poorly American. Yeah, I mean, seriously. You know how ridiculous it is that you got guys that have spent 8, 9 hours on Twitter arguing about how amazing Devin is, and then just turn right around and steal his fucking fight. He's not too amazing. He ain't that good because you don't want to pay to see him. You know,
Yeah, if
keep the
you got
shit
sleep issues, just order his fight, man. You'll fall asleep real quick.
for real. Yo, that shit is straight up melatonin, bro. What's that shit they used to sleep? Melatonin.
Yep, melatonin.
Trying to tell you, yo. But yeah. Klitschko is boring, right? He hugs and clinches and throws a 1-2. He learned the style from his American coach. Yeah, that's true. He did. Klitschko was known as boring. Nobody said he
Mm.
wasn't boring, though.
But not only that, though, the difference between him and these other dudes that everyone keeps talking about is he actually defended his title multiple times. He wasn't sitting out a year between fights like these
Now I'm
other
gonna tell you. No,
motherfuckers
wait.
are.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you another difference. The difference is, even though he was boring for most of the fight, he had 53 fucking knockouts. That's the difference. Like, yeah, Klitschko
Yeah.
was bored for most of a fight. Klitschko was boring for most of a fight, like from the time it starts to the time it finish. But the difference is he did knock motherfuckers out though. Like he did. He had 53 knockouts.
But then that goes back to my point, Jules. He had like over 60 fights in his career. A lot of these motherfuckers aren't even going to get to 40.
Thank God. You want 40 Devin Haney
No, yeah, no shit, for real.
You said you imagine 40 fights of that motherfucker? Like, nah, I'm good, homie.
Yeah,
I'm good.
exactly.
It's an MMA card that day. I'm good. I'm good, homie. I don't need to see that shit. Nah, Joseph not gonna hop on the panel and he gonna completely ignore what I said. If you fuck with Devin like that, right? You fuck with him more than I do, apparently. So hop on and show me all these receipts for all these amazing Devin Haney fights you bought. It ain't complicated. Telling you that fake love is a motherfucker because you would think they got Devin Haney quilt comforter sets the way they are. You
They
know
got
it ain't,
Devin
bro.
Haney action figures.
Motherfucker got a Devin Haney nightstand, bro. It's a nightstand in the shape of Devin Haney's jab because he love his jab so much. Shit is crazy. Jason, what it do?
I mean, yeah, Devin Haney sucks, but at least he ain't Floyd Mayweather. Holy shit! Have you
Yo,
seen that shit, Jules?
yo, I have, and you know what the shit looks like? It looked like he burnt through a lot of the cash, and he knew he burnt through a lot of the cash, and now he just blaming people for that shit. Cause the shit with the jet is crazy. Like you sold the jet, bro. Nobody scammed you out the jet. You sold it. They got pictures. You sold
Nah,
it.
it's worse than that, Jules. He tried to pawn that shit for less than it was worth.
Well, I mean, Jason, if you, Jason, you never gonna get what you paid for any fucking thing you sell. You know what I mean? Like
I
you,
mean, I
if
know,
I,
yeah, exactly, but it's like 10 times less, bro.
my
Damn.
God, it's a
Yeah,
jet.
that's pretty
Listen,
freaking
is
jacked.
is a shit. Is a shit, Jason. A jet is not an antique. The only shit that increases in value from the time you bought it is an antique. Everything else depreciates in value. A car, a jet, a woman
Your girl,
depreciates in
your girl's
value,
purses.
bro. It's true, bro. It's true, bro. Everything else depreciates in value. So
Notice how
if
we
Yo,
you
stepped
Jules,
in.
but then also too that tweet that I tagged you on earlier today about
oh
how
Lord.
his his stripper baby mama's out here posting fucking a ledger of all the little payments he was making, and he fell way the fuck behind on his child support.
Hold on. Joseph said, I go to, you see the bullshit? They all give me the same corny ass excuse, by the way. I'm to believe that every time Devin Haney fights, they go to the bar or the restaurant. All that tell me is you don't want to spend no money on them. I know
And
you're
here,
lying, by the way. I know you're lying, but like, you think I don't
oh,
know you lying. Yeah, you get
here's
up,
how
you
I can
get
tell you
dressed,
he's
you go to
lying.
the restaurant.
No, here's how I can tell you he's fucking lying. Because I tried to go to the bar to watch the fights too. I had to specifically ask for them to turn to boxing, and they would always give me that look because there's always an MMA fight on, or football, or something else, and they just made it very clear that I was being very annoying. So I stopped doing it.
Nah, cause
And not only that,
he want me to believe that if I go around the corner to the local bar, they're gonna be playing Devin Haney versus Regis fucking Pagarius. Yeah,
yeah, Jules,
yeah, homie.
Steve Kim literally did something on that a few years ago where he said a lot of these fucking bar owners do not buy boxing pay-per-view anymore because it costs too damn much to buy, and they're not going to make the kind of money they would make on a, for example, like a UFC card. On a UFC card, they get that shit for cheaper and they make a killing on it. Whereas with boxing, it's the exact opposite. They pay an arm and a leg and barely break even if they're lucky.
Well, that's because the boxers, and I think, and this is that kind of speaks to the argument that I often make about boxing and boxers having too much autonomy. You let these dickheads drive the cost of everything up, and all that did was drive people away. You not that important. Like it's gonna sound fucked up being on a boxing channel saying this, but boxing is not that important, homie. It's not. Like y'all not stars like that. To
Not
to
here.
be a bo- to be a boxer
Because it's
and be a
done,
star,
bro.
to be a boxer and be a star the way that it used to be, Brody, you got to fight the whole fucking world. Yeah, that's how it is though. Like, yeah, like to be a boxer, you'll sooner be a star football player, star NBA player, star baseball player than a star boxer. Yeah, you got to do a lot of shit before you legitimately become a star outside of boxing. It's like, yeah, like it, fuck out of here. So you let all these dickheads set the price of what it costs to show boxing or the intellectual property, which is the one that kills me. You got dickheads like Devin Haney. Brody, what is your intellectual property worth? What is the likeness of your image really worth? You think people are sitting around a campfire talking about the Devin Haney fights? He said, Joseph the Jabber said, and the difference is he was knocking out tomato cans. Do you want Haney to be a punching bag like Geo when he got knocked out by Brain Norman? Yo, dog, I'm still waiting for the receipts from the Devin Haney fights you bought, bro. Cause you still trying to like skirt around the fact that I asked you if you fuck with Devin that much. You telling me that every time Devin fought, you went to go eat tacos and burgers? So you've been doing that for what, 5, 6 years? That's crazy. I mean, every time Devin fight, so when Devin Haney is fighting on the undercard, you gotta go fight. You gotta go eat tacos and burgers. Y'all motherfuckers are silly, bro. Y'all you just a silly person, bro. Like for real. Like yeah, like you just a silly fucking person, bro.
Anyway, I actually wanted to ask you a question about a boxing related take, Jules. It was about open
Okay.
scoring because I was watching Steve Kim's interview with Rico Verhoeven, and they asked him about open scoring, what he thought, and Rico straight up said, "Look, it sounds like a good idea in principle, right? You learn what's going on and you can change your strategy, but that's exactly what got me caught with that uppercut. I was going for it because the scorecards were tight, and I walked right into an uppercut. So,
Well, I
do
think
you?
that I think that open scoring, if you're gonna do open scoring, what I think is open scoring should be open to the public that's watching the fight, but to the fighters, it's just a distraction. If after every round they tell you, if after every round you find out, oh, well, they gave it to the other guy, it's going to fuck your strategy up. It's going to fuck your head up every time. Like if you had to hear, I know that they did that in Denmark a couple of times. They don't really do that in the United States. The only place I've seen them do open scoring with a little bit of regularity was like in Scandinavian countries and shit. Because they don't do that. They don't do that around here like that. But yeah, it is a distraction to the fighters. I would not recommend doing that. What I would recommend doing it is making it part of the production for the people who are at home, and I wouldn't even do it for the audience in attendance because well, how would you tell the audience in attendance, but without distracting the fighters? I would do that for the audience at home. Like if you bought the pay per view, a part of the perk that you get is you get to see how the judges have it in real time. But other than that, yeah, it is a distraction. It actually is. Like you can't be telling the fighters every fucking bar. I mean, every fucking round that they won or lost.
Yeah,
Shout
so
out
you'd
to
have it.
B. Shout out to B. Wayne. Joseph, outside of Loma, Devin fights nothing but cans. He spent the first half of yeah, that is true. He did spend a whole lot of time in Mexico. What I was gonna say about Klitschko was that's not a real take. That's a disingenuous take because if you know anything about Klitschko, he fought all the top contenders that were around. Whether you like them or not, but he fought all the top contenders that were around. He reigned as a champion for what 9 years was it right? About 9 years, and that
Yeah.
was after he got knocked out. Like I said, you just want people to like the boring fucking fighters you like, and the only reason you like them, honest to God, is because they're the same race as you, and you can do that. Like that's I don't got nothing against that, but don't try to sell me that bullshit. He's not special just because y'all got that in common. You sound like a dickhead. Imagine me thinking that Carlos Adames is the greatest thing smoking because we got something in common. Fuck kind of gay shit is that? Like, nah, that dude is
Oh.
regular.
Hey, Jules, GHHU says Riverside streaming platform. Check it out. So that's what they meant by Riverside. I guess it's an
Okay,
alternate streaming platform.
I'll give it a look and I'll give it a spin to see if I like the interface because the reason I haven't switched to Discord is because I don't like the interface. It's too complicated. It's too convoluted. Shout
What
out to
about
B
Rumble?
Wayne. And Klitschko, nah, I mean, look, B Wayne, Klitschko did get his ass beat. It's not like he got his ass beat. A couple of times he got his ass beat. But that the point is that what does that have to do with me saying Devin is fucking boring? Whether he win or he lose or he undefeated or he not, the motherfucker boring. And you acting like you bringing up a lot of shit that does not negate the fact that the dude is boring. The dude is boring. I don't want to watch that shit. Go ahead,
No,
retire undefeated and see if I care. You still boring.
no, B Wayne's just laughing at him. That's laughing at that. That's all. He's not like,
No, I'm not
oh,
talking to B Wayne. I'm talking to the other dude. I'm talking to Joseph the Jabber. Like, You bringing up a lot of shit that does not negate the fact that Devin is boring. Like, yeah, that dude is boring, bro. Who the fuck want to watch that shit? You don't even want to watch that shit. You just you don't want to watch that shit because you don't pay for that shit. So even you don't want to watch that shit,
Floyd was
motherfucker.
born. Floyd got born at the end of his career too, right? Boring. Nobody want to
Hell
see that shit.
yeah.
Slippery ass dude flipping around, ain't landing two pot shots in the eye.
But
Nobody.
but
That's boring
but let me
shit.
say but let me say this, Herb. I think that Floyd's reputation for being a boring fighter is somewhat exaggerated. Cause Floyd was not as boring. Floyd wasn't boring like Devin is boring. The Mosley fight wasn't boring. The Cotto fight wasn't boring. The Canelo fight wasn't boring. The boring fights was Berto. That shit was boring. The
Mhm.
Guerrero. That shit was boring. The Ortiz fight wasn't boring. It's just you see how it ended. It ended premature. Well, not prematurely. Like there was a legitimate reason for it. That well, I ain't gonna front. Floyd was acting like a bitch, but still,
Yeah.
like it wasn't a boring fight. Like nah, it wasn't because it was boring. It's just because the shit ended early. But
You seen
Floyd don't have that many boring fights, is what I'm saying. Like nah, if you really look, Floyd got like maybe four or five boring fights, right? But this is late in his career. Like, yeah, this is much later on, bro. This is later because he wasn't boring before the retirement, before he went away for 2 years or whatever it was. He wasn't boring. No, he wasn't.
he put
Chico, what? The
he put
Chico
good
fight
work.
wasn't boring. The Gaddy fight wasn't boring. The
He
um,
put good
the
work.
Gennaro
He
Hernandez fight. He don't got that many boring fights.
well, he can
Yeah,
afford to
before
just
he
beat.
fucked up his hands, he was actually entertaining to watch.
Yeah, like I
Pretty
think
boy Floyd.
Floyd's, and that's not even, that's not no dick eating. I'm saying that look, Floyd had a reputation for being boring, but he was nowhere near as boring as Shakur and Devin. Like, bro,
No,
them dudes is boring all the time, bro. Like all the time they boring.
Floyd was never so boring people got up and left during his fights. That's all it needs to be said.
Yeah, shit is real out here, b. You know, but I still don't see like if you getting offended that motherfuckers will look at a fighter and say that he boring, I think something wrong with you. You taking that like it's a personal attack, like a motherfucker says something about you. That's how I know motherfuckers got parasocial relationships with boxers. Cause he acting like a motherfucker talking about him. What you mean, Devin Boring? What you trying to say? What you mean by that? If a motherfucker say Klitschko boring, right? You think I'm gonna sit in my house shadow boxing over that shit?
nah, Jules, you're gonna do the Arthur fist at the window.
For real, man. You think I'm gonna do the Grandpa Simpson and shake my fist at the sky? Man
Hell
yells
yeah!
at
Oh,
clouds.
hey, Jules, you're old, so of course you're gonna do that.
You know what? You right, country. If a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Like, if a motherfucker said that shit, like, you think I ain't gonna get mad. Like, I said, yeah, Klitschko was boring. Like, yeah, there were a lot of fights that from the time that the fight starts to the time that the fight ends, like, yeah, it's a hug fest, bro. That's why they called him Klitschko. That's how he got that name. Because he's a hidden
Clinch,
whole ass motherfucker.
Clinchko.
Motherfucker, remember that? They used to call him Klitschko, bro.
Yeah, like he had some.
HBO didn't want nothing to do with him on
Yeah,
this
after a
road,
while, they
bro.
were like, "Yeah, we're not paying to fucking show his fights."
For real. The motherfucker brought that shit up like, you better not say that about Klitschko. Like, nah, Klitschko was a boring dude too. One of the worst fights that I ever seen in my life. That I would make prisoners in Guantanamo Bay watch this fight 3 times a day. Is Klitschko Fury?
Hey, 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 hey. Hey, now hang on a second, man. That was an exciting fight where they went feint for feint. Come on now.
I'm telling you, like if it was the motherfucker that I hated the motherfucker, I would make him watch that fight for a month and cut off a toe each month
You
and
you
play
would
the
you would tie his hands behind his back and tape his eyelids open, Jules.
trying to tell you,
You
bro.
do
If
that
I if it
clockwork.
was the motherfucker that I hated the motherfucker, I would make him watch that fight for 12 hours, bro, nonstop. And cut a toe off every time, bro. Like the fuck, yeah, Klitschko was boring. What you saying? But there is a difference. Klitschko was a stronger finisher than Devin. Klitschko got more knockouts than a lot of heavyweights. Fuck a lot of boxers. He got a lot of more knockouts than a lot of heavyweights. He got 53. He did knock motherfuckers out. He did.
And low key, he wasn't such a bad boxer that he got caught by Ryan Garcia's left hook
Yeah, for
again
real.
and
That's fucking
again
wild.
and again.
He got
You
caught
know
by
how
Lehman
bad
Brothers.
you know how bad it gotta be that I don't even want to see you box. I'm fucking Herb. I'm a degenerate boxing fan, and I don't
Yeah,
fucking want to see that dude do nothing. Like, nah, I don't even want to see that dude box unless he gonna fight Artur Beterbiev. I don't even want to see that dude, bro.
Unless Devin Haney goes back to the big punch arena, I'm not interested.
For real, yo. I want to see him fighting motherfuckers outside the Lowe's, bro. I want to see him fighting motherfuckers outside the 7-Eleven, the Lowe's, and the Home Depot, bro. That's
I
the only
mean,
way he. I don't want to see that dude, bro.
I mean, we saw him do that carnival. He was losing that fight too. Like,
Yeah, he
Yep.
looked like shit.
And that's the other thing. Shout out to Bruce Wayne because it's true. You got a lot of channels that they. I think I personally think that they pretend to like Devin. I personally think, in the sense that you don't like what you're watching. You're justifying what you're watching. That's what you're doing. You're justifying it because you support him for some other reason. And I'll go back
yeah.
to the shit. If you want to be tribal, go ahead. That's your prerogative. Like, yeah, if you support him for no other reason than y'all the same race, go ahead, because that's sports. In general, yeah, that's sports. But don't
They
expect me
only,
to like that shit. Like, what the fuck
they
that got to do with
only
me?
they only like him because Bill stops by every like once a month to take them all out to lunch, spend $17 on each of them, everyone for some lunch, and that's
For real.
they fans. That's all it takes.
Bill swing by with a bag of cheeseburgers from McDonald's and all the content creators get open. Like, I got y'all McDonald's.
He brings 3 boxes of 20-piece nuggets.
now, hang on
And
again
it's a
with
wrap,
today's
bro.
prices. That's actually really generous.
You know what I'm saying? Like he swing by with a bag of cheeseburgers and chicken sandwiches, and all the content creators bug out like, "Oh shit, it's Bill Haney." You're like, I don't listen, bro. You gonna have to get Caitlin Clark up here with a short dress for me to get open, bro. That's real
Look,
shit.
well, look who finally came around.
Listen, bro. I did not know the secrets of her game until I seen that joint. I did not know. You know what I'm saying? I know she's working with that. I didn't know that. So, now I know. But yeah,
Did
like
I?
that's like when the chicken talk motherfuckers got open off of hanging out with Stefan Espinoza. Like, fam, you getting open off of Stefan Espinoza? What?
That fucking little weasel.
Like what? Like this the shit that gets you hot? This shit get your dick hard? Fucking Stefan Espinoza? That's y'all some weird motherfuckers. I don't like nobody. Listen, I don't like these motherfuckers. I can't stress that. Yeah, I don't like these motherfuckers. I don't like Bill. I don't like Devin. Shakur is Shakur is barely watchable. I think the only boxes that I would get open, and I've said this, I would get starstruck if I met Katie Taylor. Oh yeah, I get starstruck, bro. But other than that, man, fuck these motherfuckers. Fuck
That's
these
why a
dudes,
fight
bro.
between that's why a fight between Devin and Shakur would be a nightmare because they'd both be like 20 or 30 feet away from each other. Moving and shit, acting like they're doing something, but they're not. And they're circling around the outside of the ring ropes and shit. Fuck.
Well, country. It's just like Tim Bradley said when he finally caught up with the rest of us. Why bother even acknowledging that as a thought? These motherfuckers aren't going to fight each other. They're
They're
too
No.
afraid
not.
of losing.
They're not like that's why motherfuckers. What I don't like about the conversation is they try to make it like a race thing when it's not. For example, if I big up Ryan Rozicki and Chris Billum Smith, it's because they fought like two winos outside in the parking lot, and that's what I want to see. That's what most people want to see. When you turn into a boxing match, you trying to see two motherfuckers squabble. So I like the Conwells that are out there. I like the guys that's not they gonna go for it. I like the Brandon
Yeah,
Adams.
He
They
got
went
lost because
full rock'em sock'em robots on that fight, dude. It was
exactly. I like the Brandon Adams. I want to see guys that's really gonna throw and they gonna go for it. But motherfuckers always try to make it about something other than what it is because they can't defend what it is. You can't tell me that Devin's not boring. What you could tell me is that oh well, he's undefeated and and you know he bought a new bag and he got some new shoes. But if I tell you he's boring, you can't really say that I'm wrong. Like nah, that dude is boring. So you gonna make it about some other shit.
Oh, now he's talking about how how come Canelo fans thought the Canelo Crawford fight was boring? You barking up the wrong tree, home dog. No one here thought that fight was boring.
Yeah, like you can't come to me with a bunch of shit that a bunch of other people said. I don't know why they thought that. Maybe they just I don't know. Maybe they it's the case of sour grapes. I don't know. Fuck you want me to do? You motherfuckers got to stop doing that shit. Like you think that it's like you think it's like a fucking embassy with all the fucking Spanish people, and we all go sit there and say like yeah, I don't know what's going on with your brain, bro. I didn't think the fight was boring. I thought it was a pretty decisive win. I thought Crawford fought a perfect fight. I can't describe what he did. The only thing he didn't do was knock him out, but I'm like, yeah, he outboxed that dude straight up. And to me, it wasn't a boring fight. Like, no, I don't think it was a boring fight.
Nah, the only fight Canelo's ever been in that we could legitimately say was boring was the fucking William Skull fight. Outside
Yeah,
of that, he ain't never really been in a fight where you're like, oh,
wait
this.
a minute.
the,
Let us not forget about the Charlo fight too.
I was going to say
That
that
was
too,
right up there with
country.
Now,
William
now the
Skull.
Charlo fight
No,
was
I think Skull was worse. Country.
Skull was
Well, it
worse.
was a close
Skull was
second,
worse.
though.
Skull was worse. But Charlo was boring. The thing is, the fight wasn't boring because of Canelo. The fight was boring because of Skull. The fight was boring because of Charlo. Because y'all, you want to get up there and talk. You want to talk a whole heap of shit to get the fight. So when you get the fight, you don't even fucking fight. It's like,
Uh,
and that's why motherfuckers get impatient. Like, see, you shouldn't get the fight. You shouldn't get the fight then. If this the shit you gonna do, then you shouldn't even get the fight because you're not trying to fight. You go soon as the bell ring, you trying to move away from Canelo. I thought you was gonna try to fuck him up. Nah, you moving away from him.
that's
Okay, then you shouldn't get the fight.
that's why
that
I actually
motherfucker.
do no. That's why I actually think the Charlo fight is worse because with Skull, it's like I know exactly what that fight's going to be. Like there was no disappointment. It was just the expectation of this sucks. There was expectation with that Charlo fight.
Yeah.
Charlo just
Skull's
ran
no,
away like it was like he was a grenade or something. Like grenade, get out of the way.
but yeah, he's supposed to be a 154-pound killer. He fighting like that. Skull's no killer, so we could expect that.
That is true because I remember in the buildup of the Charlo fight, and I regret saying it, that I gave Jermel the benefit of the doubt because of how he had been fighting at 154. That you got to keep it real. Jermel was not in no boring fights at 54. Neither of the Castano fights was boring. No, them shits wasn't boring. The Rosario fight wasn't boring. Even the two Tony Harrison fights like them, they wasn't boring.
I don't know.
So I gave him. You could go to those videos, and I said, "Nah, I think Jermel is gonna try. I think he's gonna go for it." So imagine how fucking stupid I felt watching that dumb shit. Like, yo, this is crazy. Like, you talked all that shit for all
I'm gonna
them
knock,
years to do this shit. Yeah,
I'm gonna
you get the fuck
knock
out of
out all
here,
this baby.
bro.
But I'm gonna knock out all this baby. That's all I can tell.
For real. Talked all that shit. Damn, the Spurs cooked the Knicks, y'all. It is what it is, bro.
With Govey, Khaled, and fucking Ozempic Joe jinxed him, Jewel.
Oh,
You know what I'm
they
saying?
got cooked. They got cooked at
Damn,
home.
son.
What was the
Damn, son.
score?
The Spurs
Um,
won by 4.
Oh, that ain't that bad.
Nah, but none of the games have been blowouts, though, country. It's all been close games.
They won by 1 point last game, so shit. I would just let you know.
Motherfucking B Wayne said this for the culture.
Yo,
Yo, you know what I mean? But yeah, like that shit, it gets you mad, bro, because the other shit is Floyd really got motherfuckers thinking that, like, yo, you can't be a good American boxer and fight like you got a fucking pulse. Like, man, motherfuckers got to get that shit
out they head. Like, nah, boxing was entertaining way before Floyd, and everybody was throwing down. Mexicans was throwing down, black guys was throwing down, white guys was throwing down. That's all I'm saying. Motherfuckers do you don't tune into a fight. The entertaining part of the fight is that motherfuckers is getting at it. I ain't trying to see a jab fest. Like, no, I'm not trying to see a jab fest. That just mean that motherfucker don't want to throw another punch behind that jab because he's scared. That's what that is. If you don't want to put a right hand behind that jab, it's because you don't think it's safe. If you don't want to find a way to get that left hook out, yeah, it's because you don't think it's safe. So you gonna fight scared.
all the time.
Straight up. Motherfucker just gonna jab and jab and jab and jab. And this shit cost me and Herb 75 what cost me $75. Herb wised up like, yeah, y'all not getting my money. Fuck y'all. Y'all not getting my shit. Fuck y'all.
Hey,
Fuck
Herb's
fuck that
Herb's
shit.
like, I'm not giving up 15 chopped cheeses for this bullshit.
Trying to
nope.
tell you, yo, that's $75 buys a lot of chopped cheese, bro. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Shit.
No,
A lot of egg.
actually, my
Yeah,
fire
bro.
stick, right? It's like all like the top pirate streamers, they all put a program together and put all that shit in one package and put it on one fire stick and they sell it to you for a month. Actually, what I'm doing, so I'm actually paying for my fights, but I'm doing it through. I'm paying pirates to stream it for me, and I ain't got no
So
problems, no, So that's the
so you
thing is
paying
that
the Ilhan Omar. You paying the Ilhan Omar jihad shit, bro. That's the jihad stream.
yeah, they come
That's
through
the,
too. They
it's
come
the
through.
jihad stream, bro. But yeah,
Fucking
that
Yeah,
shit
Jules. I'm the
I could.
captain now.
You
for
see how
Bro,
they
real.
that's fucking crazy. You paying the pirates, so the avoid paying the boxers. Like, damn,
this
that is
shit
hate.
works
Got-
like cable too. You see how I was able to watch Katie Taylor and Shocking them at the same time. This change this shit works like cable. This is the next channel right over, back and forth, back and forth. That's the good thing about this shit. Works just like cable channels. I'm like, all right, they do a good job with this shit too.
I'm not mad at that shit, bro, because but the thing is, Herb, that these guys is so I'ma say so dense. They don't even understand what I'm saying. That boxing is forcing people to resort to piracy because it's too expensive. That you shouldn't, bro, in all actuality, you shouldn't have to. That's their fault. Devin Haney ain't no pay-per-view nothing. Shakur ain't no pay-per-view nothing. If you go back far enough, like you wouldn't have to go back that far. Those wasn't the kind of guys that was even on pay-per-view. Like, nah, they wasn't. You wouldn't see no motherfucking Devin Haney on no a guy like that. Hell no, bro. Devin Haney is a modern. Who's that UK guy that beat Roberto Duran? Frankie Randall? Was that the guy?
No, that be Roberto Duran, a
Yeah,
UK
that
dude.
he
Nah,
sugarfooted him to death, bro. He
Oh,
sugar
fucking what's his name? Kirkland Lang.
Kirkland Lang. That's the fucking guy. Kirkland. If you go back in time, Devin Haney is Kirkland Lang, bro. Go back and watch. He's Kirkland Lang, bro. That's how he fight. And you was not going to see guys like that on closed circuit or pay per view. Like, nah, pay per view was for the action and the biggest of the big names. The problem with today's boxing, and I can't stress it enough, these guys got too much autonomy. You can't let entry level employees set the price. Because, of course, they're going to want the most money. Of course, every time, if you let them. But that's not reality, bro. Yeah, that many people don't want to watch you, Devin. It's not that many people. A lot of it is really young guys with dirty underwear on Twitter, and they don't buy nothing. They don't fuck with you like that, you see? That's why you don't belong on pay per view. Fuck out of
right.
here, bro. Kirkland Lang
That's
ass motherfucker.
right.
We won't watch that shit.
You find yourself watching backyard beefs and shit after a Haney fight. You gotta go watch, get some action from some fucking where.
For
It's
real.
ridiculous.
You watch a Devin Haney fight, bro. You might be asleep for 3 days, bro. Miss work. Watch that shit. So when I see he not fighting Shakur, I'm breathing a sigh of relief. Like, thank God. Imagine them two
Right?
motherfuckers fighting. Shit. Fuck out of here,
Crazy.
bro.
NyQuil and no dose for the fucking undefeated sleep champion of the world.
For real, yo. Fucking Ring magazine belt with a pillow on the front. That's what that shit is. A pillow on the front. Fuck out of here, bro. But it looked like
Oh,
he gonna fight Keyshawn. It looked like because he said he gonna fight Keyshawn. He said, I'll fight your
Uh-huh.
brother.
that's crazy. They fight style is so compatible to a pillow. They pillow fisted. They put you to sleep. How many pillows you need? God damn.
He
Like
said,
four
that's
pillows.
not true. Everybody in the past didn't throw down. There was a stinky Rican that fought Duran 2 times and it was boring. Ricans defended those performances. Well, then go argue with them Ricans, bro. I don't even know who the fuck you talking about. He bringing me every Spanish person that ever lived. Like I'm the motherfucking, you know what I'm saying?
Like you're the representative.
You know what I'm saying? Like he bringing me like, well, you know the motherfucking Guatemalans. What the fuck that got to do with me? That's your problem, bro. That is your problem, bro. You think you showing me that the only real reason you fuck with Devin is some race shit. And I'm thinking, well, look, you can fuck with him for that. That's your prerogative. I can't stop you, right? You know, motherfucker in New York gonna root for the Knicks just because they in New York, right? So I get it. But that the fuck that got to do with me? You see, that's the shit. What does that have to do with me? How does that negate that I said the dude is boring? Well, you know, it was a Puerto Rican in 1962. Why? You know what I'm saying?
And notice how we
I
can and notice how we can name Roberto Duran, the rich, famous one who everyone loves, and the this parent guy who had stinkers with him is like that Puerto Rican dude.
well,
Yeah, you
yo, listen. It was a motherfucking Ecuadorian in 1776. All right, then I guess it was an Ecuadorian. What the fuck that got to do with me?
In today, right?
That shit crazy. He gonna bring me every Spanish motherfucker that laid an egg, and worse shit. Like oh, all right, they laid an egg. How does that change that Devin is boring? How does that change that? He think this Aki Dante's boxing nation yeah, he do. Like I don't reward boring shit, bro. I don't. You know when Casemiro fought Rigo, for example, the shit was boring. I got more in common with Rigo than most like I'm a Caribbean motherfucker. So if I was gonna do what you doing, I'd have sat here saying, yeah, Rigo, that was a masterful class, bro. That was a fucking symphony, bro. No, what I said, that shit boring. That shit was boring. Straight up.
no what
And
you would have said.
Casemiro looked like a fucking possum.
No, you would have said it was like jazz. It was good boxing is like jazz. God, that
Fuck out of
fucking
here, bro.
analogy.
Motherfuckers got to stop that shit. Like, I don't apologize for the shit because it's silly. People watch fights for action, and I'm trying to bring that mentality back in my own way that, like, why should you feel guilty that you want to see two guys fight? That's the point of watching a fight. Action scenes in a movie, right? That's why people want them for the action, for the fighting, right? So, in a live boxing match, there's nothing wrong with saying, I'd rather watch two bums beat the fuck out of each other than some high class, highfalutin. Yeah, fuck all that shit. Fuck that shit. I'm trying to watch somebody get CTE tonight, bro. Fuck that shit. Motherfucker gonna try to make me feel guilty that I want to see motherfuckers bleed. So what you want to watch, bro? You want to see some foot feints?
He wants to see Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers out there.
Yo, he want to see Jim Kelly out there, bro. Here
Yeah.
I'm singing in
Well,
the
yeah, I
rain
was gonna
to
say
the
I'll
glory.
watch Singing in the
Fuck
Rain
out
if
of
I
here.
want to watch Gene Kelly, and it'll be way more entertaining too.
Yo, I said Jim Kelly. I'm a dickhead. I'm a dickhead, bro. I said I meant Gene Kelly. But yeah, like if you fuck with him, if like let me think. Shitty Dominican boxers. You see, cause see, if I was doing the shit that you doing, then I would have Edwin De Los Santos, pound for pound, number one, bro. Yeah, well, cause he's Dominican and so am I. So that's the most important thing to me is that I have what's that shit these gay ass Hollywood people visibility, representation. I don't care about none of that. I don't care about none of that shit, bro. I have never wanted to see a Dominican Spider Man. You see him? You see what I mean? Cause I ain't with that gay shit, man. I'm a millennial, bro. I don't care about that shit. I don't need listen, I don't need an actor to represent me. I represent me, you dumb motherfucker. Need that shit. Punk ass John Leguizamo, this bitch ass motherfucking Star Wars. When you ever seen a motherfucking Ecuadorian in space, right? If you cared so much about accuracy and shit, right, that you got mad that James Franco was gonna play a Cuban, you got mad at that. Well, listen, homie, ain't never been no Ecuadorians in space, bro. Ain't he Ecuadorian, right? He
He's
Ecuadorian.
Colombian.
What? Leguizamo?
Yeah, yeah. He was born
He
in Colombia, Jules.
Yo, I really thought this motherfucker was Ecuadorian.
You
Well,
thought he was
listen,
David Benavides' countryman?
yo, listen, bro. I ain't never been no Colombians in space, John. So you
Nope.
shouldn't be in that role because it never was. When you ever seen a Colombian in space, it never happened, right?
Nope.
We gotta be accurate, bro. It ain't never been no Colombians in space. He said, "I'm just saying." There is boring fighters in the sport of boxing before Haney. That's all I'm. No, that's not what you saying. That's not what you was saying. I said that shit already, bro. I said that. See, like Nicolino Loche, right? He was kind of boring too. Kind of. The reason I could stomach his pure boxing is because at least he did it in the pocket. You see, he wasn't way on the outside, so far that it's not a fight. Not if you're that far out. He was still in the pocket, slipping and rolling and catching and countering. So it's still a fight. But even him, like motherfuckers, like I'm real hot and cold on Nicolino because I didn't realize until recently how many fucking 10 rounders he was fighting in, bro. He think he's slick. You gonna fight in a 10 rounder? You know why? Cause all them fucking cigarettes you smoke, bro. You couldn't do them. You couldn't do them 12s and them 15s. Cause he fought in mad 10 rounders, bro. And I didn't know that until recently. Like, yo, no wonder. Stu smoke wild cigarettes.
Now,
You know
speaking
what
of
I'm
people who
saying?
smoke something,
Smoking
Casemiro
camel.
beating up Louis Neary, like, and he's like, "Bro, give it up. You're not getting the Inoue fight. Just give it up, man."
I mean, he might. I mean, like he could just because it don't have nobody. Like, if you thought about it, if they announced it, you would watch it, right? You would watch it.
I mean, yeah, I watch it, but just to see Casemiro finally get the shit beat out of him. Like,
I just
But
don't
the
know
thing is,
who
we
else
don't even
though.
know if he can make 22, Jewel. Jason. Like, that's
exactly.
the problem. He barely made 24 for a catchweight fight. So we don't
I,
even know if he could make 22.
I think featherweight
Yo,
is
you
his
say
new
wait, wait,
weight, and if
wait,
he,
wait round one, wait round one, wait round one. Why was I high on Torres? Cause he looked like a plumber, and he just get in there and throw a lot of punches. That's boxing needs more guys that either knock people out or get knocked out. Like, yeah, we need to see people get hurt out here. We need to see hospital bills out here. Boxing is better when motherfuckers is getting knocked the fuck out. So yeah, I did like Richard. I still like Richard. He alright.
he just needs to be all right in a weight class lower than heavyweight.
For real. Brim, what it do?
What it do, Jules?
Ain't shit, man. I'm
I see
out
you
here.
got Jerry. You got Jerry stalking your ass right now, trying to
Yo,
make you fucking change your mind about Benavidez. Like you ain't been arguing the same point for 2.5, 3 years. I was the
my
one
God.
pushing back and saying, "Y'all, I hope Benavidez do this." You said, "Watch, watch," and what happened? Lord behold.
Yo, I don't know what's the matter with that guy. Shout out to Drew, loving this Dana and Eddie feud. Oscar is still crying corruption, but nobody's reporting since Danny Kaye got locked up. But yo, you see Yo, Drew, did you see the post where Rick Glacier? He jumped right on that shit. Soon as you tagged me, and I said, "Yo, look." As soon as Danny Kaye got locked up, you notice
That
boxing
money
scene
went
started
funny.
laying people off. Boxing scene started laying people off. Motherfucking Pro Box don't got no money. They got to turn into an app now. I'm just saying.
You
And
saying that
who
was
who
Daniel
would
Kennedy money funding all that?
I, Brim? I've been said that, and I still believe that because think about it. Rick's explanation was that Gary Jonas, right, that he was using his own money to finance all that shit. Do you honestly believe that, dog? You think that dude
No,
was using his own money, his own nest egg? No, who the fuck does that? No, that shit was being. I'm telling you now. I don't know if it's ever gonna come out, Brim, but I think that that was Danny Kaye laundering money through that because he had learned his lesson. The mistake that he made with MTK and with Pro Bellum is you trying to go straight in front of everybody, and the Irish are not gonna let you do that because they know all about you. So you can't go straight in front of everybody. It'll never work. Now, if you do the Heyman thing, if you do the Al Heyman shit, that could work. If you behind the scenes and can't nobody talk to you, yeah, that could work. And that's
But it
what
was
he
too late.
did.
But it was too late.
Well, really, I would say that the reason that Dubai finally decided to extradite him, it don't got nothing to do with boxing. It was because of the situation with Iran. When the relationship between America and Dubai got a little bit tighter as a result of the shit with Iran, you could kind of see what happened there. Like, yo, you got to work with us if you want us to protect you and touch your titty. You got to give us some shit. So they gave him Danny Kaye. Because the whole reason criminals go to Dubai is because they don't extradite. It's Danny wasn't the only one that was over there. It was a lot. It's a lot going on over there. It's a lot of different kind of money over there. And the whole point of going over there was, yo, dog, you go over there, you could live it up, and they never gonna extradite you. All of that recently changed because of that shit with Iran.
You think?
Now they cooperating.
Do you think Fury still ain't gonna be allowed in the United States because of that shit?
I mean, I don't see why the United States would have lifted that sanction. So it would have been up to Tyson Fury to constitute that he doesn't have a relationship with Danny that should prohibit him from entering the United States. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to remember when Savannah Marshall fought, when she fought Green. Where was that? Was that in America?
I think so.
Because if it was, she was on that list too, right?
Well, I think she got off of it because she signed with MVP. Maybe.
No, I'm saying, yeah, but that's what I mean. That it would be up to Fury to constitute, yo, dog, I don't got nothing to do with that dude, man. I'm just a fighter. You see? I don't got nothing to do with that shit he was doing. Cause she did that. Initially, she was one of the 100 people that was banned from entering the United States. Her, Tommy Fury, Peter Fury, I think Chantel too, until, you know what I mean? Because it was really anybody that had anything to do with MTK, and all of them was affiliated with MTK.
Didn't what's the name? He just what former for 140 undisputed. Josh Taylor wasn't he part of that too?
Yeah, he was. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. He was in that MTK
So
shit too.
wasn't Regis as well?
Yes, he was. He was in Pro Bellum and MTK.
But he got out of it quick though, didn't he?
Yeah, because when he signed to them, he didn't actually get to do a lot with them. Unless I'm mistaken, I think Regis only had one fight with them guys.
I think you're right. I think it was only one fight.
Yeah, I think they folded after only one fight with Regis being there, and then they went out of business.
The shit is that ain't no like I don't know how somebody as I'm gonna say well financed as Danny Kaye could be so stupid about the shit. Like, fam, there's no promotional outfit that's gonna have the money to make all the friends y'all made in 3 months. Like, I was watching that shit crazy. Like, fam, you have covered the whole world in 3 months. You think they don't know who the fuck you are, bro? You making friends in Denmark, in Australia, in Mexico, in America. It's like, yo, they know who you are, bro. They know what you're doing, bro. There's no
You got to read
promotion.
that last super chat. I hope that's not true because that shouldn't be anywhere else but UK.
Said Glacier is now saying AJ versus Fury at the Raiders Stadium. If they do that shit, bro, they some dickheads. And
Yep.
Well, that should be in the UK, man. That's really a dickhead move if they bring that to the United States.
I mean, how are you going to put it in the Raiders football stadium when that shit's still smaller than fucking Wembley?
it don't make no sense to do
Yeah,
them
that doesn't
fights.
make no
Also,
sense.
I mean,
Shit
also the
don't make
Raiders
no
Stadium
sense.
is allergic to championship fights, so
They're allergic to championships.
Yo, if Turkey do that shit, I think he would be doing that to say like you gotta admit that if you did it that way, it gotta be out of spite. It has to be out of spite. Like, man, fuck them Brits. You gotta be out of spite. Like out of all the places you gonna do that, homie, you better off doing that fucking fight in Saudi than doing it in fucking America.
No
Fuck would you do
shit.
that here? That's out of spite, bro. That's some fuck up. That's straight spite right there, but I mean we'll see. I don't know.
Turkey sometimes be doing dumb shit. This could be a perfect example of doing some dumb shit.
For real. That would be fucking retarded though. I hope it's not there, bro. Like that'd be fucked up to do that to them Brits because they've been waiting all their lives for that fucking fight.
At least 10 years.
Yeah, it's been you could say that because you could say that because Fury and AJ has been a conversation for at least a decade. You could definitely say that. Even before AJ had the belt, that was a conversation. So you could say that.
Man, the Brits waiting for that like you waiting for Haney and Shakur, bro.
Man, get the fuck out of here, bro.
No, no, don't even joke about that shit.
Jules would rather watch a Jason Maloney fight before he watches those two fight.
Yeah, because at least Jason gonna get knocked out. At least Jason gonna get knocked out or fucked up or something, bro.
Hey,
Yeah,
say Maloney, motherfucker.
yo, listen, bro. I said this shit yesterday, Jason. Them dudes is like a herpes rash, bro. They don't go away, bro. They don't, bro.
Never.
Somehow they always get a title shot. Like, yo, what the fuck, B?
No, I think we had it right. They're the bastard love children of Bob during one of his visits to Australia. That's the only explanation.
They somebody kids, bro. Cause I'm like, how do these fucking Maloney brothers keep getting these fucking title shots, bro? Like, who the fuck did he even fight to get to Willabaldo Garcia? Who the fuck he even fought?
Well, Jules, that's the thing. So what happened was he was supposed to get a title shot. Well, he was going to fight in an eliminator. That's what it was. And the guy he was supposed to fight was named Aggie Cortez. And the fight was supposed to take place in Mexico. They had won the purse bid. They set the fight in Mexico. Like everything was set. But then they started, Cortez's promoter started playing games. Like a week before the fight was supposed to happen, they fucking tried to change the venue at the last minute and say, like, oh, well, we can't fight in the original venue. We got to go fight in Mexico City now, which is Cortez's hometown. And Maloney and his team were like, "No, fuck you guys. Like, we're not agreeing to a change like this at the last minute. Like, you guys ain't gonna pull the okey doke on us." So they backed out of the fight, and because of that shit, the IBF said that whoever won between Willabaldo Garcia and the guy he fought for the title, they basically automatically made him the title challenger, the mandatory, because of those fucking bullshit games Cortez and his team was playing. So he didn't even have to win an eliminator. He got the eliminator mandatory by default because of them.
I remember Argy Cortez too. He would have won that fight. Argy, he would have won that
Yeah.
fight. Cause that kid could fight. I remember him. I forgot who it was he fought. Who was it was Gallo, matter of fact. He fought Gallo. And I remember he was giving Gallo, he was making Gallo work. I remember that fight. He would have won that fucking fight, man. But fuck, man. My Maloney has a first name. It's Oscar. My Maloney has a second name. It's Oscar. Fucking Maloney, bro. IBF champion. So how many divisions has he been a champion in? Just one or two?
Nah, he never won a belt at 12. I think this is his first world title.
I think he's been
Wow.
champion in twice at bantamweight. I think that's what it was.
No, wasn't that the other brother, Jason? Because I don't think it was Jason Maloney.
No, it was Jason. Andrew sucks, bro.
Oh, okay.
Because Jason doesn't suck.
That's true. That's true.
Well, he sucks less.
That's what I was about to say. Sucks less.
I don't know if it's that he sucks less or that Willabaldo sucks more. Like,
Well,
damn,
that's true.
Willabaldo.
Did you even get to watch that fight, Jules? I watched that shit yesterday, and man, Willabaldo fought like shit the first half of that fight. He basically gave that belt away.
Bro. Fucking Rosicki and Chris Billum Smith. I said that shit too, man. Shout out to my analytical skills, bro. I said, you know what that's gonna be? That's gonna be a cruiserweight Gaddy versus Ward. That's gonna be. And that's that motherfucking shit was, bro. He caught the shit out of Chris in the first round. Left hook, right hand. And he had the right idea to like, look, Chris ain't fought in 15 months, bro. You gotta just jump on him. Yeah, just jump on him and try to get him the fuck up out of there. That's the only thing you could do. Like, you're not gonna outbox him, but if you jump on him, you might whoop his ass.
No, I
You
love
know?
the attitude of, man, fuck point deduction. I ain't winning the decision.
No, yeah, I think that everything. I think that Ryan fought the best fight that he could fight, given his abilities. That yeah, I'm gonna get a point deducted, but I ain't trying to go to a decision anyway. So take that fucking point. Long as I beat the shit out of him, I don't care about that point.
He's like, my only fists that matter are my the only judges that matter to me are my fists.
For real. Now I want to see him versus Brandon Glanton. That's what I want to see. That'd
That'll
be
be
a good fucking fight because
that'll
Brandon
be
got a
fun.
chin too. Brandon got a
Yeah.
Well,
chin too.
he had a chin. We're not sure anymore.
Yeah, for real. Honestly, we not. We don't know if either of them motherfuckers got a chin now. Motherfuckers got their ass beat.
Yeah, Brandon got cracked.
But he didn't get stopped though. He didn't get
No,
stopped.
No.
yeah, he got cracked. That was the first time he being cracked.
Oh shit. Now fucking Chris about to get his ass beat by Jayo Pataya. Like, you don't realize you ain't win shit, homeboy. You ain't win on You didn't win on Saturday, bro. You're not gonna feel like you won in a little while. Shit. But I'm good on that. I'm good on that. And Edwin and Rayo about to fight on what, the 28th. They about to fight again. So I'm looking forward to that shit.
And you're
That's the
looking forward to the return of Brandon Ree.
ow. Fucking Brandon Lee, bro. They should have had that guy mopping the floor. That's the job they should have gave him as Zufa.
He
You
should
get
have
to
been
mop the
selling popcorn.
Bro, he'd
For
somehow
real, yeah.
fuck that up and sell stale popcorn. You know that.
Fuck around, right? Give you the fucked up shit, the burn shit. But I'm looking for that. That's a good little combo. You get Xander and Boots on Saturday, and then you get that shit on Sunday. That's a good little combo right there. Like, yeah, I like that. I like that.
Yeah, a
Um,
little side satisfy me. That's cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Eddie. I think Eddie is feeling the pressure a little bit. Eddie Hearn. I think he's feeling the pressure a little bit because he's talking a lot of shit about them doing shows at the Apex. Now they did a show in the UK. They about to do one in Ireland. They doing one at the same casino that he liked to use, the Caribe Royale. It's like, yeah, you was talking a lot of shit, Ed. And I don't know. I don't know, but it's like, yeah, you was talking a lot of shit, you know? What y'all think about that MJ Nick Ball fight?
Oh yeah, I forgot to ask about that. I
Is
think
the
Jay gonna
is
fuck
the
him up.
is the Zuffa card at the Caribe Royale Jules the Berlanga fight?
Nah. I
No.
think that one is in New York. The De Los Santos and Rayo is at the Caribe Royale, I think.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I think, I think MJ is gonna fuck Nick Ball up. Like
I was thinking that too, Jason.
When Sam Goodman moved up and he barely lost to Nick Ball, like, bro, that's when the Nick Ball mystique just failed. It's like, oh, you just out pressured dudes and who aren't any good. And we've recently learned that your big win over Ray Ford may not be so big because Ray Ford resume bait. So
You know what? I think that his chin gradually decayed is what I think. Because didn't he get hurt in the Ray Ford fight? Didn't he get like wobbled in that fight?
they hurt each
He's
other.
gotten
So yeah,
wobbled in a few fights since he got that belt. So I just think that it was only a matter of time before he got hurt. And of all fucking things, Brandon Figueroa was the one that took him out.
Well, the shit is that I had a fear because I kept seeing the image of the fucking Neary fight. Neary's a pressure guy. And Brandon ain't shit. Like, bro, Brandon ain't shit. He never been shit and he never gonna be shit. But if you gonna be a dickhead and stand in front of him, well, yeah, he gonna hit you because you being a dickhead. You see? So Nick was a dickhead. Like, yeah, you was being a dickhead, bro.
bro, being a dickhead is the only way he can beat you. Like, how else are those slow ass punches gonna land? I've never
For-
seen a
he-
boxer throw combinations and go slow. Like what?
My God,
How?
look, I remember the worst I ever seen Brandon was the Mixayo fight. Cause Mixayo was ready to go. Like, bro, that dude was ready to go. And Brandon is so dog shit. He can't hit him. You threw 5 punches and can't hit him. You fucking idiot. It's like, yo, the only way you gonna lose to Brandon is if you fighting like a dickhead. And that's how Nick was fighting. Like, yeah, you fought like a dickhead. So it is what it is. I don't think he gonna be the same after that knockout, neither. I don't think he is.
What was that?
That's why
Yo, who the fuck doing all that?
somebody clearing their esophagus or something.
Was that just someone gargling cock earlier? They let's just wash that shit out. Like what the fuck?
For
Somebody
real,
needs to
like
stop fucking gargling on the live.
it's fucking country, bro.
Nah, it ain't me.
But but yeah, I think at this point, I don't want to officially pick him yet, but I am leaning towards MJ. He'll feel better at that weight, because he's a really little guy. So be real, he don't stand a chance against Rafa. No fucking way. I think Bruce would outbox him. Um, Angelo, but he could beat Nick Ball. He can beat Nick Ball. Like, yeah, he could beat him because Nick probably can't hold a shot no more behind that shit. Probably can't.
The best part is ain't no one gonna be afraid of him because they're just gonna look at how Inoue just outclassed him for 12 whole ass rounds, hurt him, and then purposely held back because the game plan was take him to a decision and not knock him out.
Yo,
Bro,
he
how
had
do
a
you recover
fucking
from that?
fight, and he had a fucking fight like a week ago in Uzbekistan. He had a fucking fight against some Venezuelan. He had a fight, knocked him
What
out.
was it? An 8 round tune up?
It was a tune-up fight. Well, I don't. The guy's record, right, is like 21-1. You see,
Ah, okay.
but pero he's a Venezuelan, bro. So it's like, yo,
Yeah, that shit's padded like a motherfucker.
that's what I was gonna say. That if the guy's from Venezuela, 21-1, bro, he got 5 fights. That's that
Bro,
shit.
you,
That dude got 5 fights, bro. Yeah, that's
you know,
that's what that shit really is.
I was gonna say like how do you recover from someone deciding you're not even worth knocking out? There's always a Venezuelan. There's
For
always a
real.
Venezuelan.
When in doubt, fight a fucking Venezuelan, bro. Wait, ain't Mario? Wait. Ain't Ishmael Barroso Venezuelan?
Yeah, but he's one of the few that proved that he wasn't a padded fucking
I mean,
record.
he
A lot
lives
of them
there,
dudes are padded records.
bro. He lives there, but don't forget he a mummy. Like he immortal. Like
That is true. That is true. He was fucking sparring Moses and them. He got legendary. He
Hell yeah,
got
man.
legendary
He
skills.
picked up godly powers from doing that, you know?
You know what I'm saying? But
Dude, right now Nick Ball is somewhere in Liverpool with his the shades drawn in his Hobbit house. He still hasn't come out yet, man.
for real,
He lasted
motherfucker
that
over
long.
there eating. He over there eating that elven bread, country. That elven bread that take a
Yep.
nibble, take a nibble out that shit, and you full for 3 days, bro. We ain't heard shit about
just
that dude.
rocking back in his chair, looking at that lost title. My precious. Like,
My
started going.
brother.
Smoking his
You ain't
little
hear,
pipe.
yo, you ain't hear shit about a rematch. You ain't hear dick about a rematch, bro. Like, yeah, fuck
Oh
that. I ain't
hell no.
fighting. I ain't fighting that fish-eyed motherfucker again. Getting hit like fighting that far-eyed motherfucker again. Getting beat up like that in front of all these bitches.
No,
Shit.
fucking chat arguing about Virgil Ortiz trying to get me worked up. Like, stop talking about that asshole. He's just like Keyshawn and Shakur, Devin, the rest. He ain't gonna fight nobody.
I was trying to hit him with my judo throw and he knocked me out before I could.
He should have hit him with that fucking judo throw. Shout out to El Showcake. Ring, have you seen the Spencer Cornelius breakdown of Floyd Mayweather spending throughout the years? Jonathan Rechnitz provided Spencer with a lot of receipts. Floyd pretty much approved everything. I passed by it on Twitter, bro. I'm probably gonna watch that shit after I get off because I seen T Street. Shout out to him. I seen he reposted that shit, and it's kind of what I thought. I do think that a lot of Floyd's money was stolen. I think that. But some of that shit was just him spending money like a dickhead, like, cause you spend money like a
Well,
dickhead, bro.
I think a lot of it was him being dumb and not. I mean, obviously because he didn't know how to read, he probably half the time didn't know what the fuck he was really signing. You know?
No, I think he knew. I think he. It's well. Let's say this. The problem with him is that the problem with him is you got a 12-year-old brain. How do I know? Why would you spend that much money on jewelry? None of these money. You don't see Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk talking about look at my $9 million. Why would I spend $9 million on that, bro? For what? Why would I do that? Now, if I got a hovercraft, that's different. Like, yeah, you might see Elon spend that on a jetpack, and if Floyd had a jetpack, then I would understand. But you buying dumb shit to impress people, and that's all. Like, be real, dog. Jewelry is about impressing other people. It's not about nobody else. It's about impressing other people. That's all it's for. That's all it's ever been for. It's a status symbol, because that's what you into. Status symbols. You burned a lot of money on status symbols. I don't think Virgil's career is over, pugilist. He's supposed to have a meeting with Oscar, a mediation next month, and I think after that he'll fight. He will fight. It's gonna be a bum though because he hasn't been out in a minute, so I think he's gonna fight a bum in the fall. But I
After
I
that, he'll fight
anticipate
another bum.
he'll fight another bum. Like he's gonna fight a bum. But I think that they're gonna reach an agreement where look, Oscar needs that guy. Oscar doesn't have a lot of fighters that anybody gives a shit about. So he needs for that guy to be fighting. Like he can't even afford to be spiteful. He needs for that guy to fight. Like who you got? You got Ryan, Alexis Rocha, and Virgil. That's what you got, bro. That's what you got. So yeah, you round one probably right. He probably gonna fight Lima. Lima had 2 fights since then, right? Since Boost knocked him out, had like 2 fights. He won them shits. So probably gonna fight him. But Virgil, I believe Virgil will be back out at the end of the year. Um, he might be done at junior middleweight. He
Of
might
course
be
he's gonna be
done.
done. Of course he's gonna be fucking done at junior middleweight. He hasn't fought for a title there. Why would what business does he have left?
I mean, because he still got the interim and shit like that. He still got
No,
that
yeah,
shit.
oh yeah, he's
But
just fuck.
he ain't been using that shit for nothing. But I think he might be done. I think when we see him, he'll make his middleweight debut. And I think he's gonna campaign there moving forward because it's like, Brody, you wasn't doing shit at junior middleweight, bro. Like like you wasn't about to do shit, I should say. Cause the win over Madrimov is solid. Um, as an opponent choice, even though I don't really think he won the fight, when he fought Boachuk, yeah, that was a solid choice. I'm not going to shit on you all the way. Like, no, that was a solid choice at that time to choose to fight that guy. I just don't really think he won that fight.
Yeah, that win is aging like sour milk, Jules, because Boachuk keeps getting his ass kicked.
Yo, fucking Shane Mosley whooped his ass. That's
Yeah.
crazy, bro.
Bro,
Mosley beat the shit out of
Shane
him, bro.
Mosley Jr. beat his
That's
ass.
That's fucking yo. He couldn't even make it as Zuffa, bro. If you can't make it as Zuffa, yeah, that's it, bro. Pack it in, pack it up. He not gonna fight him. Anthony,
Bro,
act
he
like you know. Anthony,
Virgil
act like you fucking know, bro. They not
Virgil
making that fight.
Virgil can't even pronounce his name, let alone want to fight him. Like, God.
Listen, nobody I've ever known in the history of the earth, nobody I've ever known gives a shit about Yanni Beck. Nobody. Like, bro, come on, man. That come on. I don't know what's going. He supposed to come back at the end of the year, but it's like, but who fucking cares, bro? Who cares? Shout out to Final Boss. You guys see them announcing Sam? Yeah, I seen that shit. That's a good fight. That is a good fight. I like that fight.
That could be fun.
Goodman about to get Goodman is about to get. He's about to Sam his Goodman, bro. That's what he about to do.
Wait,
He is
bro,
about to fuck him up, bro.
WBC interim title for that fight? What the fuck? You know what? We might see Cardenas versus Inoue too. I will be down.
That's
I
not
won't be sad
bad,
about it.
bro. That's
I won't be
not
sad about that.
bad. That's not bad. You never
Their
know. He
first
might get
fight
him
was
this time.
that first fight was killer as fuck. Fuck, man.
Yeah. You know what I would have liked? Cardenas versus Hernandez. Sebastian Hernandez. That would
Hmm.
have been a good fight.
I wish the rumor was
Ooh.
true that we got Junto versus Cardenas,
That would have been a
but
nice fight. But Junto eye got broke. Like that dude gonna go chill. His eye got busted. He gonna
oh
go
no,
chill.
he ain't doing shit
My
for at least a year.
and Anthony, you got to be fucking joking, bro. I don't even like Yanni Beck like that. He would knock out Virgil, bro. Are you serious? Who y'all got in that fight? Virgil Ortiz, Yanni Beck Alim Kanulai.
Yanni Beck, it's not even close. He's like twice
Bro, I don't,
Virgil's size.
for real. Like Yanni Beck is big enough that he could go to 68. Like that's not Yanni. It don't look like it, but that dude is not a small middleweight, bro. That dude he can go to 68 and beat certain guys. Like Xander, you bugging. Y'all got
Yeah,
something.
right now, Virgil would lose that fight because you haven't fought in almost a year. There's no way you'd beat that guy.
No, I mean, he fought earlier this year, didn't he? Against Lubricant.
Yeah, but what was it? A round, Jules, or 2 rounds? Like
Yeah, it was like a
that's not a
round.
whole lot of activity.
Yeah, it was like a round two. That shit didn't last long. Virgil don't beat that guy. Who do you think Virgil could beat? Virgil versus Ammo Williams. Who was that fight?
I think Virgil could beat Emma Williams.
I
Emma
think he can
Williams
beat
can choke.
Ammo. I think Ammo has two left feet, and he's very hittable.
Two
So I
left
think he
feet,
could beat.
two left feet, and one brain cell.
Yeah,
Ammo sucks, man. Fucking sucks. No,
I
he
think
does. I tried, Jason. I tried, but that dude sucks, bro.
he sucks.
He used to have two brain cells, but they were fighting and one kicked the other one out, you know?
Yeah,
So,
he got rid of that shit. It was taking up too much space.
Um, who could Virgil beat up there? The problem is 160 kind of sucks, so he actually could do
Yeah,
really well.
he's not beating the Damas, that's for sure.
Yeah, but Adames the shit with Adames is so weird, bro. Because Mauricio said that he's gonna stay at 60. He said that. But then the story came out that no, he's negotiating to fight the Cuban at 68. He's in deep negotiations to fight Iglesias. And I'm like, I could believe that because ain't no work for that guy, bro. There's nobody to fight at 60. I know he got bills. I know he want to buy platins and shit and salchichon. It's like, yo, you got to fight, bro.
Right. But if Virgil does come up, that changes for at least one fight. Do you think Virgil could beat Lara? Lara's the champion at 160, right?
At this point, yes. At this point, I would pick Virgil, but it's with the understanding that Laura could knock him out. I would pick Virgil to outpressure him, to pressure him and win. But Laura does hit hard enough that like, yo, it's a distinct possibility he knocks out Virgil. Like that's not one of them fights where it's not the Lubin fight, in other words. Like, don't look at it as the Lubin fight. Laura is live in that fight, but Virgil is the favorite. But Laura's live in a fight like that.
man, Laura's going to come out to the ring in a fucking walker with, you know? I mean, come on.
The thing is, he might hit him with it.
He's gonna wait till Virgil ain't looking and then crack him in the head with a bottle of Geritol, you know?
Then look at the ref and go, "See, I knocked him out." Don't look at the replay.
Fucking country. You just reminded me when I was in my 20s, right? I worked in the supermarket. And we used to steal a lot of shit, man. It was I loved working in that supermarket. I used to steal salmon, steaks, all types of great shit. We all did.
Oh man, did you steal a bottle of Geritol?
I used to steal a bottle of Geritol every other month, country.
Bro.
I thought
Why?
because I thought
I want
I
to
thought I was
know.
so fucking smart on God country. I thought I was so fucking smart. Like, yo, dog, if this is what they give the old people to keep them alive, imagine if I drink this shit. You see, that was literally what I thought, dog. And I was stealing, yo, on God, I was stealing Geritol, bro.
Jules
hey,
had a
country,
brain start.
Jules was thinking, and like that movie Cocoon. He's like, I'm gonna be a young old man.
Yo, on guard. Because they had the Centrum and they had the Geritol. And I was thinking, yo, dog, if this is good enough for these old disheveled people that can't barely move. Imagine if I take this shit. And I really thought that I was going to just shoot up in the sky like a fucking rocket, bro. Like I
I
thought,
was gonna work like Captain America. Like I was
Right.
taking Serum X this entire
You
time.
took
for
that
Jules
shit
real,
woke
before
up
yo.
in the morning wrapped up in
you
silk thread
took
like
it.
a cocoon and shit.
Real, yo.
Hey, you
Geritol. I
actually
ain't heard that shit in a minute. Yeah, Herb.
yeah, you took that shit before, Jules?
Yeah, Geritol?
Wow. That's
Hell
crazy.
yeah.
Jules. I thought I
Hey,
You
thought I
country.
jerk.
took that.
Hey,
Wait, go ahead,
country.
Herb.
When
Wait. Go ahead, Herb. Go
My
ahead, Herb.
my mother had that shit around the house. Like I was scared to death of that shit, man. And then to find out you took it, shit, I thought I was special. Like, God damn.
Yo, on guard. I really, cause I seen the shit. I seen the shit, and I read the shit, and the shit was like, yo, it's for the old people. It's like for old people that really need nutrients, like desperately. And I was thinking, yo, if this shit worked for them, imagine if my powerful ass took this shit. Yeah, I'm be like Super Saiyan 6. Hell yeah, I took. I didn't feel nothing, bro. I ain't feel nothing. Didn't do shit for me. You know.
All right, right? Like, oh my God. Buddy.
It's too soon for Amari to fight him, Edward. It's not. It's that's probably not a bad fight 2 years from now, but because that Amari kid is big, bro. That's a big middleweight, bro. But it's too soon. And the other thing is, I don't think Golden Boy would put two of their own. They wouldn't do that because they don't have the bodies to spare to put Amari in the ring with Virgil. Nah, they wouldn't do that. They wouldn't do
No,
that.
Now that I
Nah.
know you took that, man, we're gonna make a Geritol label with that picture of you with your arms in the air screaming and flexing
Yo,
and shit.
telling you, bro. Yo, when you said that shit, you jogged my memory because I like, yo, I took Geritol for a hot minute. I don't know what the fuck I thought was going to happen, bro.
That
So
hey,
shit
what
took
got
country.
me
you on that?
The next time Jules goes to a doctor, his doctor's gonna be like, "You're 44, but you have the insides of a 24-year-old. What did you do?" I took
Nah,
Geritol in my 20s.
not even, bro. You like, yo, you 43, but you got the insides of an 86-year-old. What the fuck have you been doing?
Geritol.
Like, you
Hey,
were taking
did you
Geritol.
ever what sort of effects did you have from it, if any?
No, I mean, I
no.
honestly, a big part of the reason that I don't believe supplements do anything is I always gave supplements a chance. Like I took Centrum for a while and I didn't feel any difference. And I took Geritol, didn't feel any difference. Um I'll say when I took zinc, there was a difference. I could see a difference in digestion. I could see a difference in energy levels. It's good for the erections too, actually. When I
Cool.
took zinc, um, but most of the time when I took supplements, I never noticed any palpable difference if it actually was making a difference. Most of the time, the only one that I knew that nah, this shit actually does do something was zinc. I took zinc and that shit, like, yeah, I could feel a difference in energy levels. I could feel a slight. I'm talking about a slight difference too, country, not a major one. Like lasers wasn't shooting out of my eyes, but I could feel a difference. You know.
Well, when I started like taking those Usana vitamins and then like a couple other things, and I was dieting, like I had lost weight and I got down. I actually got good results from it, man, and I actually felt pretty good. I
Motherfucking
gotta
country
say,
was up there shadow boxing fucking spirits, bro. That shit had that
hell
motherfucker seeing the astral plane, bro.
yeah,
Real
boxing
shit.
on the astral plane, doing astral projection and shit.
For real shit. You know what I'm saying? But I've long given supplements a chance, and I just most of the time I just think it's a part of me thinks that it's usually a waste of money because it's not regulated by the FDA. So you don't even know if you're getting a placebo. You know, like if this thing really does something, why wouldn't it be regulated by the FDA? If it really does something, you might be taking fucking sugar tablets for all you know. You know. So I'm not big on supplements. I'm just not. You know.
Well, like even Real Talk was saying, certain supplements work. Certain ones do.
Yeah, certain ones. I'll say that very rarely did I ever feel a palpable difference from taking supplements. You know, like even now, I completely stopped the protein powder just because I don't like what it does to my stomach. I always got swamp ass if I take that shit. Instead, I swapped that
Really?
out for yeah, I
Yeah,
swapped it out for
Jules
Kansas
started taking
tuna fish.
Viagra before he works out now.
Yo, I heard people do that. I heard pe- I heard motherfuckers take like Blue
Uh,
Chew and shit like that for
what would be
workout.
the
I'm
what would
dead
be the point
ass.
of that though? What would be the
The,
point of that? I
what
mean,
I read was the circulation, that it's good for the circulation, and whatever promotes circulation delivers the protein to the muscles faster. I literally just read that shit. They're like, yeah, you got motherfuckers out there taking like Blue Chew and shit as a pre-workout. I'm like, what? So
The
you in there?
fuck?
Yo, on God, I read that shit, and I'm like,
Pre
yo,
workout, pre workout.
so you gonna be at the
Motherfuckers are gonna
So you gonna be at the LA Fitness, brick the fuck up, hitting the.
they're
every
gonna be
time you
doing
walk in,
they're gonna be doing deadlifts with a mean old fucking wood.
every time
I'm
you
doing
walk into
Imagine that
nah. I'm
shit.
doing the
You on the
deadlifts with the
you
wood.
on
Are
the
you
bench
talking? Are you
press.
kidding me?
You
Like,
on the bench
every
press, bro.
every time you walk in the gym, they're gonna be like bomb chicken bow bow.
They're no
I'm
longer called
telling you,
deadlifts. They're
bro.
called
Like
a
you gonna
live
be on the
lift.
bench press with a big old Brit with a big old dick. Like this motherfucker's wilding. Like he on the bench
bro,
press, dick
bro,
hard
I'm
than
gonna
a
take one of
motherfucker.
bro. You know
Dude, there's
those like
one.
metal balls, the handle on it, the those weights. I'm gonna just tie one right to my dick and just start working on my hip thrusts. Like, yeah, getting
Trying
room
to
with the
yo
ladies.
You might.
on God I read that shit. I'm like I didn't believe it. Like bro, how the fuck you gonna take a Blue Chew to go work out, bro? Like so, it's bitches with tights everywhere. Like it's ass everywhere. Like you gonna your dick gonna get hard. Like yeah, I read that shit. Like yeah, motherfuckers is really doing that now because of the circulation shit.
You can
Real
take
talk
that
say
and then
take Viagra.
go take.
Next thing you know, you're gonna hear undefeated's taking honey packs to bench press.
Might go,
Fuck.
yo
you might as well go.
yo
You might go take. Go fuck a fat bitch for 3 hours, and you
yo
ain't gotta go.
listen. Let me tell you something about them honey packs. Do not take them shits because they work. Don't take
I
them
ain't never take one, but
shits,
I'm
bro.
definitely take one when I get my hands on this
Uh, Let me tell you
on this
about them
one
honey
Jules
shorty.
packs. Don't
Yo,
take
Jules
the
gonna be
honey
yo,
at the
them.
gym.
packs.
Jules gonna be at the
You
gym
know what I
licking
read
toes,
about? You know
taking
what I
Manuka
read about
honey.
them honey packs? You know what I read about those honey packs? It doesn't say it on the label, but that shit has the Viagra shit in it, bro.
Yeah, it does.
They said, they say that it has. I forgot the name of those shits, man. But it says that it has two different Viagra, two different ED medications in it, and that's why it works. But what makes it dangerous is they don't tell you that. I read that. I'm like, yo, motherfuckers is taking this shit. Like, yo, shit is wild out here, bro. And you know
Jules, you
you
up there
could,
taking?
you
Go
know
ahead.
you could just buy that shit, right? Like, yeah, like legit, like you could buy that shit like any other motherfucking thing on Amazon. You could buy that shit. Shit is crazy,
I put
bro.
them in my. I told you I put those in my smoothies.
Yo, get out. Yo, get the fuck out of here, bro. Motherfucker see Herb on the block. Herb bricked up like, yo, Herb, what the fuck, bro? Fuck is going on, bro? Shit is crazy, bro. But yo, I've read that. I'm
Hey,
like, yo, and people really taking that shit? I'm like, yo, that
hey,
shit is crazy.
real talk says he hangs a 45 plate from his cock and does the stairmaster.
Yo, that dude is a tough dude, bro. That dude tough out here, bro. Stand right next to bitches with the hard dick. Like, what, bitch? I'm working out. What the fuck, bitch? You know what I'm saying? Shit is crazy out. But I read that shit, man. I'm like, yo, that's wild. And it is what so and so said. That's the word they use. They said nitric oxide. That's supposed to be really good. You know, if you know you got that shit popping off, that's supposed to be really good for like muscle growth or some shit. I'm like, wow, that's a little bit extreme, dog.
What?
Like my yeah, bro. Like that's a little bit
That's the
extreme,
shit they
dog.
put in race cars. How the fuck?
Yo, listen, bro. I'm saying, like, if you think about it, fucking is like being in a race, bro. Like, yeah, that shit is exhausting, bro. Devin Gaines over Devin Gaines over a 25-pound plate in 32 hours. Yeah, but we know what the deal is with that guy. We know what the
Yeah,
deal is with him. You know.
they they blaming Trump for the Knicks loss. Oh shit.
Bro.
Yo, you know what I seen in the news today? I was in the gym. I'm hitting the shoulder press, and what I see, They saying Tim Waltz knew about the fraud and didn't do nothing.
Oh fuck yeah, he knew. I mean, come on, who doesn't
Knew.
know that he knew? I mean, come on.
And the shit is that no, I said the same thing, country, that there's no way there's this much fraud going on in this state and Tim didn't know about it. Nah, it's not possible, bro. Like, there's no
Dude,
way
he
they was
was
getting away
getting
with that.
money. More than likely, he was getting money from the ship, but they just ain't fucking caught it or found it.
Or they ain't gonna
Something.
say it. Or they ain't
Yeah,
gonna say it. Cause I'm thinking like, yo, not for nothing, my spider sense tells me that that motherfucker was getting paid off that shit. And not only that, he's working with a foreign government. That's what my spider sense tell me. Like, yeah, this motherfucker was down. That he was down with the shit, country, is obvious. But I think there's more
yeah.
to it than that. Cause ain't, ain't,
Oh yeah.
ain't no motherfucking way it's gonna be that much fraud in your state and you didn't know about. Like, nah, get the fuck out of here, bro. It's like the CIA and the coke. Ain't no way this much cocaine is getting in the country and y'all don't know about it. Ain't no way this much weed is getting in the country and y'all don't know about it. Fuck out of here. Y'all helping them.
So you're not buying the Oliver North defense, Jules, that they needed to sell those drugs to buy weapons?
Yeah, all right. Shit. But look, on that note, I'm taking my old ass to sleep. I see y'all motherfuckers on the next
Drink
one.
some Geritol, motherfucker.
And with that, we come full circle.
Motherfucker said that shit at the right time. I see
Yep.
y'all on the next one.
Night,
Hey.
fellas.
Hi,
Night,
Joe.
Joe.